I'm assuming that since you've clicked on this video, you've got a depressed loved one, friend, relative, lover, whatever. Okay. The first thing I'm going to say is be authentic in all of your interactions with this person. And what do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is don't suddenly become someone you're not. Don't suddenly start saying all these new things. Don't start acting completely differently. Don't suddenly get new hobbies. Don't suddenly become interested in every one of their hobbies. It's going to be a little bit obvious. Just stay as you are. Be kind, be considerate, be a good listener. And know that, and keep telling them that I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and I'm with you throughout this difficult time. That's my first tip, and I've got more tips coming up. But before I get into that, if you are new to me, I am Michelle Therese. Please press that subscribe button. I'm nearly at my goal now, and it really, really means the world to me. I make motivational videos on this channel to inspire and help people never give up. And I also talk about the UK mental health shambles. And if you are interested, and if you are a reader, I have a book coming out soon about the abuse that I endured as a child in the shambles UK mental health system and the impact it had on my family and people around me. You can download a completely free 15-page preview of this by clicking the link in the description. So yeah, back to helping a depressed loved one. Patience. That's another thing. It's an illness. Depression is an illness, okay? It's not something that you can just snap out of. So if you've got that mindset of, oh, when will you hurry up? Or, bloody hell, she's been depressed for 3 months now. You need to not think like that. You need to understand that it's an illness. People get depressed. They don't choose to be depressed. So, keep that language out of texts and communications. Don't ever be like, oh, it's been ages since we did this. Or, it's been 6 months and you're still not over him. Or, it's been 5 weeks and you've still not done that. Don't. It's extremely pressurizing. I say this from experience. I've had those texts sent to me. For example, when I was struggling with a breakup, it went on. I struggled. There was one breakup, one girlfriend. It devastated me. It took me nearly 2 years to get over her. And I had quite a lot of so-called friends. Oh, you've been talking about her again. You just need to get over it. And you've been not together for over a year. And hurry up and stuff like that. And they weren't true friends. They didn't care. Understand that it's going to take as long as it takes, and your support might speed it up, it might not, but it will definitely help in some way. So don't do it with the end goal of this will cure them. Do this with the hope, and this is what I do, that it keeps them okay, it keeps them going, keeps them alive. But when it comes to stuff like texts, like, again, back to the communication, try and keep it hopeful. Try and remind them the things they're good at. That's what I found. It's really good to say, I think, we played chess. Do you want to have a game of chess? Or, you're good at that. You're good at woodwork. You're good at doing this. Have you considered, do you want to watch that program again because you're good at understanding that? Whatever it is. Encourage them with what they're good at. But again, don't be like, oh, wow, if they don't want to do it. Everything, again, it's choice. Just because somebody's depressed doesn't mean they have no choice. They have a choice. Stuff like going round to the house. Right, I've got a lot to say about this. As somebody that's suffered really badly with depression in the past, I did not appreciate people turning up at my house unannounced. With gifts. One of them had roses and they had a card. And I didn't really like that. I didn't appreciate it. It was a bit much and it was unannounced. And another friend, a dear friend that I'm still in touch with, best friend, turned up at my house with money and with food and with coffee for me. And again, I didn't really like it, but I went along with it because I knew her. She was my best friend. But I wouldn't advise that. Look, if the person hasn't been in touch for a hell of a long time and you're very concerned, yeah, go and knock on the door. Make a racket, get the police, get an ambulance. But, if it's not got to that stage, making unannounced visits and stuff, that's not respecting them. You wouldn't like it if someone just turned up unannounced, would you? It might. I personally wouldn't. Um, Text to send could be, I know you're struggling right now. I'm in the area. Do you fancy a chat? Do you fancy a cup of coffee? Oh, I've just gone past, I've just been to Asda. There's a sale on a coffee cake, and I bought you some coffee cake and Nescafe coffee. As you can tell, I'm coming off this off the top of my head. Do you want to have a chat? Or ring them up. They'll be like, hi, I just thought I'd ring to check on you. How are you feeling today? And keep saying that. Even if you know that they're not feeling great, keep saying, how are you feeling today? You're all right. Ask that. Keep asking that because it shows you care. Tell them you care. Don't be shy about that. My motto is it's best to be too much than too little. I certainly don't want to live in regret. That's the rules I live by. People that know me and that are in my circle of friends and close to me know that I can be a bit much at times. I can be. I'm like, oh, I just want another hug. I can get really clingy like that. That's me. That's my personality, and I like that. And to me, I think it's better to be over lovey and overprotective than not care enough. If you understand what I'm saying. So tell them you brighten my life. You make me happy. I truly love you. You mean the world to me. I'd say those are brilliant texts for someone that's depressed. Also, remembrance texts, such as, oh, when I was last at yours, I had an amazing time, and I can't wait to see you again, or something like that. Again, that's not that pressurising, but it makes the other person feel valued, the big V. Um, I say that a lot. V is a good thing. To me, being a lesbian, it really is. But no, we're talking about the word value. We need to remember that person still has value even though they're depressed, and it doesn't mean they're not valuable. They can still do things just because you're depressed, doesn't mean you can't. That's the aim of all communication when you're dealing with a depressed friend, lover, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Stuff like getting essentials. Yeah, I'd do that if the person is really, really not able to get out of the house, really struggling, really in a nasty, icky place. Yeah, if they want you to, yeah, do it. Um, get light bulbs, toilet paper, milk, rice, bread, soups, stuff that lasts quite a long time. Well, not bread. Bread doesn't last that long in the summer, but in the winter it does. Stuff that you think, look, stuff to get is stuff that you couldn't really live without and it's awkward. Batteries, you know, for TV remotes or, battery operated fan, keyboards, stuff like that. Milk, obvious one. Paper, pens, um, stuff again that you just need to think, what would I want if I was not able to leave the house? And that's what I go at it from. And maybe sprinkling a little love card or however close you are to this person. I'll say this as well. Everyone's different, but for me, when I am extremely depressed, I do not have a sex drive. Okay, so if this is your lover, certainly don't pressure them for sex. Certainly don't be like, oh, it's been ages since we had sex. That is not helpful for someone with depression. They will feel pressured. They will feel that the only reason you're with them is because of sex. And you don't want to get into that, do you? You don't want to lose that person because you were patient and loving. Again, it's an illness, and having depression is not something you can just click out of. It takes a lot of patience loving someone and being around someone with depression. So if you're not cut out for this, I'm going to say this: if you don't want to wait for somebody, if you're not going to be supportive and understand that this could be years, this could be forever, I would, walk out now. It's better to know in the long run that you ain't going to stick around than stick around for some time and then just fuck off. I think it's better like that. But hopefully you're not going to do that. Hopefully you're going to stick around. The last thing I'm going to say is, don't ever lie. I think that's an obvious one, right? Don't ever lie, right? If someone says, like, obviously being a good listener is a huge thing. But if someone says, oh, can you relate to that? I think sometimes it might be a natural response to lie. Or say, oh, yeah, I can relate to that. But don't. If someone says, oh, I've been through the horrific breakup with, this girl that I loved, or whatever, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I've been through the same thing, or, oh, I lost, this happened to me, and this happened to me. And if you can't relate to it, don't lie. Just say, no, I can't relate to that, or, actually, no, but I'm really interested to find out how it affected you. I'm interested to learn how I can help you. Those are things to say. And again, he or she will value your honesty. Yeah, I hope that this video has been some help. Again, you can go to my website to find out other books that I've written, and you can download a completely free 15-page preview of my upcoming memoir about the mental health system by clicking the link in the description. I hope this video has been some use for you. Has it? Has it not? Tell me in the comments so I can improve my yabbling on to this Samsung phone. And I really hope you and your loved one have a good night, morning, evening. It's been Michelle Therese. Keep on smiling. Peace and love, hope and light. Never give up the fight. Adios.